Today's adventure brings us just south of the border. We're just off of I-95 at the North Carolina-South Carolina border. And we're going to do a little walkthrough to this roadside attraction slash town. It is a very cool place. It is definitely an oddity. So I've not been here in a really long time. So let's take a little walk around and see what we can see. They have a big old pink jackalope here at south of the border. How cool is this? So right here is the fireworks store here at south of the border, Fort Pedro. And then I guess this is Pedro. A very patriotic Pedro at that. He's got his flip-flops, rocking it, red and blue, big old sash. He looks quite happy, you know. Come on in and buy some of my fireworks. So next up, we have a little restaurant here, a little burger joint. This is called Hot Tamale, open 24 hours a day. And up here on some of the signage, it says they got chili dogs, hot tamales, ice cold beer, got some nacho and cheese, hamburgers, some tacos, Chick-fil-A, or Chick-fil-A. Not the same as Chick-fil-A, you know, like God's chicken. It's not that, but it's their version of it. And it is definitely open right now. We're going to go check out that Pedro's Mexico shop in a little bit. And there is the lookout tower. Looks like it's still broken after all these years. I've always wanted to go up in the top of it for whatever reason, just to check it out, but see no movement today, so don't look like that's changed. You got your public restrooms here. Another very large Pedro with his sombrero on. A little south of the border. Looks like a lot of people's been signing this over the years, putting stickers on it. So right out behind the Hot Tamale restaurant, and you have a Sunoco gas station, and then you have this. This is pretty cool. This is an old spark plug's been out here for a really long time, and all the passerbys come out here and they actually put their stickers on here just to show you've been here before. You know, bands, other YouTubers, and they actually have some stickers that you can buy inside of the store south of the border, and you'll see quite a few of them. These stickers right here, which are very cheap, you'll see them stuck on there. So today we actually have our Hitchhikingyeti sticker, and we're going to apply it to the spark plug. So it ought to be kind of cool. So it's pretty neat. I was looking for the Daily Woo sticker, which in his video when we watched him, he put his right here beneath Ordinary Adventures. Unfortunately, Adam's sticker is gone. It either wouldn't stick on this green right here because it's kind of slick and broken in there, or somebody took it, not sure. So now we're going to put our sticker right in that vicinity. So there is our sticker, the Hitchhikingyeti sticker with the little YouTube emblem. And it's right next to Ordinary Adventures. Unfortunately, I hate it that Adams is gone. If I had an Adam the Woo, I would definitely stick it on there for him. So there we go. That's awesome. So guys, have you ever seen a yellow polka dotted elephant? You have now. So we're right beneath the lookout tower. And this here is the arcade. We'll take a little stroll inside and see what they got going on in there. So we're in the arcade. Got a few games in here. Little Pac-Man Galaga. And I just talked to one of the people that worked here, and of course the elevator is still down and broke. Some Jurassic Park. I'll just give you an idea of what's here. There's a Miss Pac-Man Gallagher. A few games back there. Got you some pool tables. And pretty much the same on the other side. Not a whole lot of going on here. So next up we have Pedro's Mexican shop. And we're going to venture in there. This is where they got hats around the world, toy shop. We got some items in here to look at, so let's go check this out. So here we are in they got like a kids area. They got all kinds of shirts in here. South of the border on about everything. SOB. And shirts right there are $16.95. And you got some more stylish wear. Sorry about the sunlight. I'll get on that. Nice little pullover. And then you have a Christmas tree and you have Christmas stuff. Because everybody needs some of those sunglasses. Look at this. Is this not bizarre? I guess they just have stuff left over from Christmas, or I don't know what's going on here. And right here we have plenty of interesting hats and helmet-like things. Like a space helmet. How strange is that? You got some sombrero hats. You got you some like top hats over here. And you just got some normal, like, you know, baseball hats, if you want to call these normal. But they're all decorated up south of the border style. I don't know what's up with this shoe on the hat. I actually seen that on my way in, and I will try to video that here in a little bit when we walk back outside before I leave. But it's just like a big old silver shoe outside. And then in the middle of the room, the hat room, we have a camel with a hat on. This place just has so many kind of oddity items. I just don't know what to think. I'm trying to take all this in, but my brain is just having kind of a tough time processing all this. You know, I mean, you have all these hats, and then you have these bags, and you have like these real oddity looking things like this that I'm not used to. And then we have, like, I mean, check this out. You know, you've been to Disney World, you've seen Mickey ears and stuff. They got cat in the hat ears here. What do you think about that? And then you move down a little bit further, and then you got Big Chief headdress. I kid you not. Right there. And then you have this. Then you have a statue of Jesus with something on his head. I mean, did somebody club him? I mean, what's up with that? I don't understand that. If you know what this is or what this means, please put in the comment section down below, because that is something else. And they like this statue a lot because that is $319.95. I was sitting here looking at this table and some of this really bright plates and things. I love the signage. Lovely to look at, delightful to hold, but if you break it, consider it sold. So I gotta say one thing. This is a pretty big store. They have a lot of merchandise here. I mean, this is like the third room I went in, and just to give you a scope of how big this place is. And this place is huge. And I just came out of a room about this size, you know, right through this glass here. So a lot of merch here. I'm kind of shocked it's this big, to be honest with you. They got generic toilet tissue. I'm not going to say it, but you can read it. For $1.95. We got poops right here in the bag. Fake poops, joke poops. And man, they want $3.95 for that stuff, and $1.95 for the toilet tissue. I just had to share that. This place has got a little bit of everything. Just a little weirdo, but I kind of like it. So at this time, I'm going to walk across the bridge, go across the road. At this place right here, this is the Reptile Lagoon. And this place is pretty cool. If you ever come here, it's kind of neat to go in and check it out. They have, you know, some alligators in there and another few reptiles and things. It's a pretty neat little place. So let's continue across the bridge, and I'll tell you a little story about me and a friend of mine back in the late 90s. I was much younger. We would get off from work and we would go to Myrtle Beach every once in a while. When we would go, we'd always come through this area going to Myrtle Beach. And this place back then was popping. I mean, it was wild. You'd come through here at nighttime and it would be all lit up, and the signs, and they would just be people wall to wall. It looked like there's a lot of farmland, cotton fields, like soybean around this vicinity. And so there's nothing around. I mean, this is like in the middle of nowhere almost. And all of a sudden you would come to south of the border. And if you can just imagine what it looked like at night, because I think they had lights up there on the lookout tower. All the signage was lit up. There was people everywhere on both sides of the road going in and out of places, and it almost made it feel like you was in like a little small Las Vegas area. It was that many people, and it was just super crowded. And I remember walking, like when you're driving underneath the bridge, I just remember seeing just gobs of people going across this bridge. And they have like right over here, it says Pedro Land Park, and you see like Quadzilla up there, merry-go-round. That was the area where they had all their rides and things of that nature. They still have a putt-putt over there, it looks like, which all that stuff looks like it is non-operational at the time. But back in the day, this place was quite busy. Alright guys, as soon as you come off the bridge, this will bring you to the south of the border hotel. They got about 3 pink flamingos out front here. It's kind of fancy looking, you know. I like that glass. Pretty neat. South of the border motor inn. It's got the registration sign up there pointing you back in that direction. And there's my lovely wife waiting on me. So now we've made it across the road to this gargantuan figure holding the south of the border sign, and this is a Mexico shop. So we're going to go and feast our eyes upon what's in these doors. So we really ain't going to spend much time in here, but I did want to give you a heads up. This shop looks pretty much identical to the same stuff they have across the street. So if you go in one, you probably don't really need to go in the other unless you just want to, you know, just walk around. But just a little tip. So right next to the store we just come out of, they have this other store here that I got this gorilla sitting out front. But look at these old, I'm going to say late 70s, early 80s dirt bikes they have in there. Look at this old KX250. Man, that's going back. And then right here we have us a Yamaha, which I'm thinking this here would be the YZ model. I don't know what models these are, but that is a dang trip. And then over here on this side we have a KX. That looks like maybe a 85 KX. Maybe Jeff Ward used to race something like that back in the day. I'm an old dirt bike guy, so I used to ride a lot of this stuff. But yeah, look at that. There's a CR. That might be a 1985 or 86 CR. You just don't see the bikes like this all that often. I mean, it's like in really good shape. And next up right here is the Myrtle Beach. This is called Pedro's Myrtle Beach shop. And we got some alligators out front, of course. Some very large signage up there. So this is the Myrtle Beach shop. So of course, just like if you're in Myrtle Beach, you're going to see this kind of stuff. We have lifeguard pullovers, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. But once again, so far nothing really stands out except maybe this ginormous shark back here in the back. So here we have the story of the great white shark. It says this magnificent creature was captured off the coast of Barbados on April 10th, 1995. It was preserved by Gray Taxidermy Incorporated of Pompano Beach, Florida. At 27 feet in length, it is one of only 3 of this size ever captured. Please do not touch or handle in any way. Thanks, Pedro. So, here is the mouth of this beast. Yeah. Do not sit in shark's mouth. That's good advice anytime. So this is what it looks like. Very large shark. Check this thing out. It's like Jaws, right? I can't remember how big Jaws was in that movie, but I would imagine this was probably in the area, the right length and everything. Very, very big. You know, I can think back of watching that movie now. Remember when Quinn gets eaten? Yeah, he could totally fit in that mouth. I bet this is about the same size. Yeah, man, that dorsal fin. Just to give him some scale. Look at that. Look how big this fin is. My hand up to it, not touching it, but check that out. That thing is monstrous. All right, so earlier I was in the one of the shops over there, and I seen a hat that had a silver shoe on it, and I could not figure out like what the significance was. It was just so odd, but I think I just found it, so I'm going to show it to you. It's actually right here across the street. You can see. Let me zoom in because the sun just don't mess that shot up, ain't it? But this is actually called the Silver Arcade. And then when we pan to the left, there you go. I guess they have a silver shoe out there, and that's the same shoe I seen on that hat. So if you didn't know, like I didn't know, now you know. We both learned something new today. And that will pretty much do it for me today. I had a good time today at South of the Border. I hope you guys enjoyed today's walkthrough video to see this old relic of a roadside attraction here in South Carolina. It was pretty neat walking through these shops and stuff, and got to see some really odd things, you know. So, but that's what this kind of stuff's about. So if you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing. If you liked the content today, give it a thumbs up. And if you've ever been here before, I would love to hear some of your stories from this place. Just put it in the comment section down below. And until next time, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti. And friends, I will see you in our next adventure.